Welcome to Dakota's first week here at Bolender Horse Park. Dakota has just been a bright, young 3-year-old filly that's willing, that's smart, and has been a joy to work with. Here we start to introduce her to the obstacles out in our mountain trail course, the teeter-totter. Then we come up to the little narrow balance beam. They're allowed to do whatever. We have 3 phases to our training. We instruct them, then we teach them, and then we guide them. In the instruction phase, as Dakota is here, as long as she does not walk into our space and she tries, there's no discipline. We just let them figure it out. She'll step off here. That's perfectly okay. We don't get excited. We don't go back. We don't worry. Later on, you'll see her try again, and she'll boldly and confidently walk across it. We'd like them to be very attentive and figure out where their feet are. Just a lot of fun for the horses. So before we ever ride them in these obstacles, they're going to be totally comfortable with themselves. This is really a nice training tool for these thoroughbreds off the racetrack because they have no association in their life with anything like it. So they have no inclination to run away or do anything such as walking across this raised 33-foot long balance beam. Here we put one of the interns on, and we just want this horse to relax without any rein contact at all. Now she's going to have to figure out precisely where her feet are, which she is very careful with as she walks down here. Next we introduce them to the swinging bridge. We've had a number of steps before this that you're watching right now. We break it down, and this is the final thing when they learn to walk across it. This is her first try at the swinging bridge or suspension bridge. We always want them to hunt the trail, put their nose down. We let them paw, chew it, do whatever till they're comfortable with. Every little bridge that they might introduce or be introduced to out on the real mountain trail, we introduce them to here at Bolender Horse Park. Lots of logs. Let them take their time. Smith at the introduction phase, where we just instruct them, it's their time. They just get to check it out, slow or fast. Coming up to a trench with water in it, they learn to deal with everything. Just let them paw and think about it. They just check it out, they process it. It's a little bit different than running down the racetrack full bore. Lots of step ups and step downs, up to 3 feet. Now we go to driving. We want to make sure that we build a soft mouth and that she gets used to going where we ask. Then we'll send her through cones. She mastered this very quickly, very willing, very intelligent horse. This is her first day of driving. Now we go to riding the obstacles that she's mastered. This is in her first week. This is my first ride on her, I believe. Walking through the rocks, loose rein, she'll step down. Walk right up over, loose rein, walking over the logs. We just have to trust our horse, nice and slow, let her look around at the spectators where the judges sit, let her come up out of the water. Now we'll go to something a little harder for her. We'll put her in the open arena. This here, she has a little more association with movement, so we have to be careful because we want to take away all of her inclination to just bolt and run like she has on the racetrack. We want her just to think it through, so I put my lead on here. Just let her walk, and I'm in control. We want her just to relax with no pressure at this stage of her training. She's very willing here. Now it's my turn to climb on her and just go. And it's ironic that this is much more difficult for her than the obstacles. Now we start to lead them across the bridges. They learn to go in and out of the water. This here is a 30-inch up. Here they hop up 3 feet, and then they walk down almost 10 feet. Here she learns to walk along an edge, or a little ledge like in a mountain trail, and here she is on the arch bridge. and she is just as sweet as can be. Coming up out of the 30-inch jump out of the water. Here Lee is being ponied by myself out here in the big field, out in the open. She has to go, where she has to learn to be trail ridden in the mountains. Here's my first ride in the open outdoor arena, where her inclination is to go. I have learned that it's best not to kiss, because you kiss, she thinks she is off to the races. At this point, we want her just to learn to think slow and be relaxed. And that is Dakota's first week